do like castles. Okay, this is gonna be a long video. So I just got some Lego news. It was on Promo Bricks. It's about the 90th anniversary set. And it sounds like they're going with the castle. This is extremely hype, okay? This is pretty hype. This is pretty hype, not gonna lie. Hype, yep, I got hype. Anything else? I also have hype. Alright. 90th anniversary castle, let's go! Was that on camera? This thing on the left is the castle that I've been working on. It's still not done yet. But whatever, YOLO, I might as well just put in a video on my video. I've been working on it for like a million years. But anyway, they're gonna have a Lego castle. It's rumored to be $350, which is crazy. It's also a Lion Knight's castle, which means, well, it's not Black Falcon Knights, so it doesn't necessarily go with. Well, it's the opposing, army or whatever. You know what I mean? It's from that same era, and it's hype. Okay. Also, they said Lion King's castle, so they're actually gonna have a king. So that's hype. Wow moment. Anybody? I'm gonna have to move the camera for this video. Yeah, just yellow. It's yellow time. The camera's moving. It's happening. So it's happening. So this is my castle. So see if I can get a good look in here. So the top of it's not done. That's the problem. This is back portion with the hole here. I'm supposed to build. Well, the plan is to build this up. Anyway, I got 4 turrets around here. But yeah, I thought I'd just bring this in for the Lego Castle Life. It's the 90th anniversary set, and I actually voted on the 90th anniversary thing. It has one of these trapdoors, so that makes it annoying. I gotta figure out a better way to do that, but this video is gonna be all over the place. I don't even think I'm gonna put music in this video, because it's gonna be too long. Oh no. I think I need 2 hands. Was that exciting? $350 90th anniversary set. It's an anniversary set. It's a 90th anniversary set. It's Lego Castle. I don't know why I'm showing off my own castle and talking about this at the same time. This doesn't make a lot of sense. But anyway, this castle is crazy. I have all kinds of mocks all over the place here, I guess. I have like all my castle stuff on the table here. Is anybody else kind of hype though for Lego Castle? Like 90th anniversary. And got Santa Claus. Okay, this guy. Isn't this the Lion Knight King? Or am I wrong? Is that the Lion Knight King? I think that's the Lion Knight King right there. Wow, I'm really bad at talking if anyone hasn't noticed by now. I'm not good. I can't talk. I don't know how to talk. Are you crazy? But I'm I'm still gonna make this video because I'm a Lego fan, and like, oh my god, dude. Okay, is this gonna come off? Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, these are. I don't know. Let me move this. Oh, you might be able to see some of the interior. Dude, Lego Castle. Okay, so these are on these old turntable pieces. And they can fire like that. And the barrels have more ammunition. And, you know, they're great. Little, fairly simple, small, catapults with a frying pan on them. They can fire and spin around, and yeah, that's that. But this is just gonna be a crazy video. I don't know what I'm doing. Remember when I was like, I'm gonna make videos that are only like 8 minutes, and then this happened. But I have to talk about this subject, the 90th anniversary set. So I think I voted for, when they had 3 options, it was like, I voted for oh, what was it? I voted for Adventurers. Well, my first vote was Forestmen, Imperials, and Adventurers. Those were my 3. So I figured we were already getting normal castle stuff, like Black Falcon theme sets that we got. So I want Forestmen to kind of supplement that as a, you know, kind of a side theme. I always thought Forestmen are just like, I always thought that was a really cool theme. But let me tear into this castle real quick. Just to give you something to look at in case my commentary is too boring. I don't even know what's going on the side of this thing. It's a lot of a plate on the side building. It kind of looks like those brick sketches. There's like a fountain here, using up these tree pieces. But one thing about this castle is that you can take the walls off, and then that lets you see inside the castle. So let's just use that as the background. Is that good? Is that good? Can you see that pretty good? So we have doors here, and I can kind of close when there's not a bunch of people on them. Yeah, I'm talking about Black Falcon people, so these people can fight against the, so the idea of this castle is to welcome in the Vikings. It's like my Viking shield pieces up on the wall there. And, yeah. So that's the thing. But yeah, I mean, Lego Castle is kind of awesome. And, there's just like tables here. You can enjoy the food. It's like a meeting place. There's 2 tables. They're built with 3 of those box pieces. And there's like a throne. Back there. This was not a well planned video. I just kind of decided to do this. But dude, Lego Castle is awesome. Also, is this a legal technique right here? I don't know what the technique I did to get this to line up. That was kind of weird. But Lego Castle hype though. Oh my god. Can also take out this wall, and then you're able to actually tell. Let's get Santa Claus out of the damaged area here. Got these doors that swing. Go like that. You can actually just remove this as well once you take those off, and then you can see the rest of it has a throne in the middle there, and all these old lion bricks. Shouts to Lion Bricks channel, I guess. And I have these transparent pieces back here. It's not looking too great on camera. But Lego Castle, oh my god, dude. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Lego Castle. This is a giant bee. Because bees are awesome. But, is anybody else really hyped for Lego Castle? Oh my god. Now, as the hype dies down a little bit, I do have to say, $350? Can I even afford that? I mean, I could. It wouldn't be an intelligent thing for me to spend my money on necessarily, but it could happen. But wow, I mean, I was really hyped for the Viking ship set. I was kind of building towards that. This whole time I was like, I want Lego Vikings. And I was hyped for Vikings when I heard Lego Vikings. Greater 3-in-1 Viking set. Later in the year, that is hype. That is still hype. I'm still hyped for that. And I've been building towards that. But now it's like $350 castle. Now, normally I would never even consider a $350 set. I didn't buy Barracuda Bay. That was a $200 set because it was a $200 set. If it was a $100 set, I would have bought it. You know, if they cut that set in half, it was a $100 set, I think I would have got it. But $200, that's just, it's too much. Okay. I have limited space. I can't just spend all my money on Lego. So, in reality, 350 is kind of crazy, but it's a 90th anniversary set. That's why it's still hype, because this could be the best set of all time. Okay, it's a 90th. I mean, okay, maybe the 100th anniversary set's gonna be better. I don't know, but 90th anniversary set, though. I mean, this could be really big. I mean, it's $350. It better be big, but yeah, I'm hyped because it's a 90th anniversary set, so it's not something they just, willy-nilly just, here, people want a castle, okay. So they already did that. They already gave us the 3-in-1 castle, and now it's like, they're gonna give us well, they gave us the blacksmith shop. I didn't buy that. I was going to potentially buy the blacksmith shop very soon, actually. So that's another question I have. Do I still buy the blacksmith shop if I'm going to get a $350 castle? That seems like too much castle. But then again, if there's going to be a $350 castle, how am I a couple of nights here gonna fend off the You know, the invasion of lion knights was gonna be insane, you know. Right now I'm trying to build up this peaceful vibe to my little castle town here, my medieval town. I want a peaceful vibe. I want there to be weird freaking creatures living in it, you know. I want Santa Claus to be relatively welcome, you know. I want the Vikings. I want little baby sewer babies. I want giant bees. I want this guy. I want, you know, I want dragons. You know, I want knights that served for different eras and stuff. You know, I want, you know, if a ninja wants to hang out, I just want like inclusion of like all different types of people, you know, and but there might have to be a battle with this Lion Knights fortress or whatever it's gonna be. If this is a real set. Now the other thing is this even a legit rumor? You know, it's very easy to say, well, this isn't official. But if it's on promo bricks, it's probably real, you know? And the other thing is, it's going to come with a promo, which is going to make me want to buy it right away. It's going to be with the promo, so it's like, now or never, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to buy the set, I'm going to buy it with the promo, you know what I mean? I'm not going to wait on it. I'm going to get it when it's still available, first of all. Well, I don't know if that's first of all. Am I going to get it? I mean, I can wait, usually. You know, I can be patient, but the promo, though, if it's a really good promo, then I kind of need it. You know, I kind of need it. Or I could even resell it for a lot of money, but I don't resell my Lego. You know, I get Lego because I like Lego, not because I'm trying to profit off it. You know what I mean? I'm a real Lego fan. Well, I feel like I sound really terrible in this video because it's like I'm hype, but it's like I can't breathe. It's okay. I'm not having a stroke or anything. Okay, I'm just. Whew, man. I haven't been this hyped in a while. I have not been this hyped since the Viking set was announced. I was pretty hyped for that. This is potentially more hype though, because not only I feel like I was in better shape when they announced the Viking set. I could like actually maybe speak a little bit better than I can right now. But anyway, the castle set. I mean, it's $350. You know, if it's $350 of quality epicness, then buy, you know what I mean? Then freaking buy it, you know what I mean? Like, if it's not completely overpriced just because it's an anniversary set, then buy it. But that could happen too. I mean, they had the Anniversary windmill set. Remember the windmill set? And it was like, this isn't it, but this is my recreation of the windmill set, you know. It was like, I don't know, what was it, like $30 or something for something that looks like maybe $15, you know what I mean? Just, it could be overpriced. If it's overpriced for what it is, then I'm probably just gonna pass, you know what I mean? Like, I'll probably just be like, I don't need that, you know. But yeah, I'm going to try to convince myself, one way or another, will I actually buy the set? It's a $350 set. So what are my standards for if I'm actually going to buy this or not? because I'm on the fence. I want it. I want it. Like, give it to me now. But I don't need it. Especially if I'm about to buy the blacksmith. You know. Even if I didn't buy the blacksmith, look at all the characters I got right here, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not dying here of lack of awesome castle stuff and just Lego stuff, you know? But then again, I care about the history of Lego. I always, when they showed old Lego sets in Lego magazines, I would be drawn to them so much more than the new sets. I would be like, wow, look at these old sets. They had like a million knights and stuff, and it was simpler builds, so it was easier for me to understand as a kid and stuff, and it just looked more fun. It wasn't cringe really, it was just like, it was just simple, and like, you want castle, here's castle, you know, it was just, man. And then think about the other themes. So the vote, right? So they had the vote, and then they're like, well, we kind of split castle up into a million categories. So we're going to put that in as a fourth one. You know, and they had pirates, space, and a Bionicle, by the way. Bionicle people, like, kind of won, you know, Bionicle won that vote. And they're not going to do Bionicle because they're just not. I mean, they did the theme again already, and then it kind of failed. Did it kind of fail, or did it fail? I think it failed. From my, you know, at least from my to my knowledge, it failed. You know, I mean, from what I've heard, it failed. And I mean, I got the classic Bionicle, so I don't need more Bionicle. I do kind of wish they would bring it back and bring more of these sort of system parts. Not system, but you know, it's like Technic with the ball joints and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like that. What is it, like CBS or something? I don't know. CBS News or something. I don't know what the heck they call those Bionicle mech pieces, but look, Bionicle's really cool. Or it was really cool. I mean, this is still cool to me. Like, that looks classic, it looks awesome, brings me back to my childhood. Yes, okay, Bionicle, cool, you know. I considered voting for Bionicle, but again, I was like, yeah, I'm not really gonna vote for it because I already have it. I already have Bionicle. I don't need more Bionicle. You know, I'd rather have Castle, Pirates, and Space, honestly. Those are like the three main themes. That's what I want to build on in my collection, is to build up my Castle, Pirates, and Space stuff. I don't really have any classic space stuff. I have like this trader set, moon rover thing. It's pretty cool. I have plenty of, well, I wouldn't say plenty, but I have the pirates. You know, I have pirates. I got the 3-in-1 pirate ship. I got the 3-in-1 castle. Let's go. Huge Lego castle. $350 castle. I feel like I'm just saying castle a million times in this video. So that's cool. But man, castle, oh my god. I could go on and on about castle. But the other themes were space, pirates, and Bionicle. So Bionicle, as I said, they also had that fan thing that was like a tribute to Bionicle, and then it didn't even get enough votes to get into the Bricklink designer program thing, which also had another castle set, by the way, which pretty cool looking. That set was a tad bit expensive for what you get, but it wasn't that bad of a price, honestly. If you just paid, the retail price for that Bricklink designer castle, I wouldn't feel too bad about it. I mean, I've seen a speed build of that set. It's a really cool set. So I respect it, but so yeah, that. So Bionicle kind of failed. Pirates. I mean, I feel like we need Imperials more than Pirates. We only got Pirates. We got way too many Pirates. We got Barracuda Bay is like Pirates for days. And we got the 3-in-1 pirate ship, which I already have. And I don't even want Barracuda Bay. I want Imperials or Islanders. I mean, they kind of had Islanders with that Ninjago set. So that was kind of cool, I guess. But I want Imperial Fortress or Imperial Flagship. Or, conquistadors, like things that go with the pirates, but I don't need more pirates. I need an opposing force, you know what I mean? I need an opposing force to go against the pirates. But the castle stuff, well, now they're giving us an opposing force to go against the Black Falcon Knights, which is the Lion Knights, which I think I got these from maybe some of the later Lion Knight sets, maybe. No, I don't think that's right. But they're from some type of castle set, these are the pieces, but anyway. I'm not super knowledgeable about this stuff, but man. The other thing is horses. They're probably gonna have more horses, or at least one more horse. But ideally they give us like 1,000,000 horses. But I already have brick built horses, so I don't need the molded ones because I already like these brick built ones. I don't really need them. So that's another reason to not buy it, because it's like I'm paying for stuff I don't need. And then like the castle, well, I already have the 3-in-1 castle, and I already have this castle mock going on right here. So overall, I mean, and if I get the blacksmith shop, it's like, and that has a horse in it, by the way. Which honestly was one reason I wasn't going to buy it, because I feel like that set's $10 more just because it has a horse in it, but man. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I would dislike the molded horses. I mean, I still like molded panels, but I like the stuff to be more Lego-y, which to me is built up, with pieces. So, man, it's tough. I don't know if I'm actually going to buy the set, because it's $350, which is by far and away the most expensive set I've ever gotten. The most expensive set I've ever gotten was the modular pet shop for $150. I didn't buy that, by the way. Parents bought that for me. The most expensive set that I have bought is a Saturn V rocket for $120, and I got this rocket ride promo with that. And I've also bought the 3-in-1 pirate ship and 3-in-1 castle for both of those retail $100. So I've gotten all those. Would I trade all those in, or 3 out of the 4 of those sets I just mentioned in, for one big giant castle? I don't think I would. And yeah, it's crazy. 350. I mean, how good can it really be? 350. I mean, what think it's 90th anniversary set. I feel like there's going to be a lot of love put into this set. And references to old sets. You know, like trapdoors and, you know, like secret passages and stuff, and like, you know, probably some wizard that can perform experiments somewhere, and like, you know, actual like horse stables and barracks, and you know, and just infinite epicness. Maybe some big ugly rock pieces in there. This thing's gonna be huge. I don't even know if it's gonna fit on this table, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's going to end up being a set I'm going to admire from afar because I don't have space for it. But then again, that's where the minifigure series comes into play. Series 23. It's rumored to be 90th anniversary themed, meaning that they could have classic castle, pirate, space themed characters in that line, which means it might be a collectible minifigure series I actually want. So usually I don't really care about the collectible minifigures. Because I already have enough minifigures without buying that, you know what I mean? But if there's a quality classic figure, yes, that's what I wanted, is quality classic figures. They're always giving us all these licensed themed figures. All the licensed themed figures are just, I had enough. I want the classic Lego. I want the Lego figures, you know what I mean? The classic Lego themes, that's what I want. That's what I remember. That's what interested me as a child. That's what still interests me. They're just the best. Oh my god, the castle stuff. The castle stuff is so good. It's just so good. Also, goats. I think they're gonna have goats. They could have goats. You know, the molded goats. I already have purple goats, you know. So I don't really need that, but you know, it's crazy that they're doing this. Like, well, it's not, I mean, it's a great idea. Okay, so let me explain why Castle was the right choice, because I know there's going to be people that are mad about Bionicle, or Space, or Pirates, or whatever. I think Space was the most popular one that people actually, that's what people thought was going to happen with Classic Space, but Classic Castle makes more sense for the 90th anniversary theme, because it's the oldest theme out of all those choices. By far, Bionicle's not anywhere close to as old as the other three. And then, you know, Pirates is next in line, you know, Space. And then Castle's the oldest one. And also think about what Lego is. What is Lego? I'll tell you what Lego is freaking building blocks. Okay? They're building blocks. You know, back in the day, people just had wooden blocks and they just stack them up. And what would they make out of those wooden blocks? They'd make castles. That's what people build out of freaking blocks, dude. They build castles. Okay, they don't build spaceships out of wooden blocks. They build castles. Okay. Lego is a building block company. That's what it is. It's a toy. You know, and they happen to connect together with the studs and whatever, you know, and they, you know what I mean? Like, it makes so much sense that they're doing castle. Because it's the most Lego-y theme. Because it's literally just... That's how you build a castle, you know? You just are given... You're given building blocks as a kid. And you just stack them up, man. You just stack the freaking bricks one on top of each other. There we go. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. It's a block. Okay. And they connect. They freaking connect together. And then you can, like... L. Is this video an L for anybody? I don't know. But, man, dude. They're blocks, and you make a wall out of the blocks. And that's how you build a castle. Okay, castle. It's the oldest theme. It's the most classic theme. It's what you do with building blocks. When someone that's just not educated about Lego at all thinks about Lego. They think, oh, aren't those building block things? You know, and I mean, a lot of people build cars, you know, out of Lego. And helicopters. But those were options, okay. Out of the options, castle, I mean, it's the oldest theme. It's the perfect theme for a big anniversary set. Also, they've had castle sets lately, and people have freaking bought them and praised them. You know, people have been praising the heck out of the 3-in-1 castle in the blacksmith shop. And even the Bricklink castle sold like crazy. You know, they had to end up selling twice as many as they planned to. And like people want more, and people still want more castle. It's like, let's go, you know? It's like, I think Lego is seizing that opportunity of like, people want this. So let's friggin' do it, you know? Let's get that castle stuff going on. It's great. It's so good. But I just want to admire that set. I want to see a Jengbrook's review of a $350 castle, you know what I mean? And he doesn't always do every big set, you know, but I feel like for such a, you know, huge set like this, I feel like this is going to be, you know, the talk of the town, you know what I mean? This is going to be a popular set. Okay, this is going to be a popular set, I feel like. So I think it'd be smart for Jengbrook's to review, and I'm not trying to pressure him or anything. He can review whatever the heck he wants, but man, you know, I'm looking forward to, I mean, somebody's going to review that set, you know, and even just watching reviews of that set's going to be amazing. $350 castle. You know, if this is true, which I think it is, which is why I'm hyped, you know. Wow. But the minifigure series, though, I could actually afford that, you know. And if it's like 80% figures I really want, then I'm gonna buy the heck out of that series, you know. So that could be really cool. But, man. But, wow, dude, this video went crazy. Not really, I think this is probably one of the worst videos of all time, but I wasn't really planning this. I was gonna, like, bring in my pirate stuff and, like, argue why Castle's better than Pirates or something. Even though I actually kind of liked Pirates more, to be honest. I kind of like the Pirates theme more than Castle theme. But I've just been on that Castle hype lately. What the building my own castle light stuff and the 3-in-1 castle. And I haven't really done a lot of the pirate stuff lately. I plan to get back to it at some point. You know, build an Imperial Fortress, build the Skull Island or something, just, custom stuff, I plan to do that, but at some point, I'd like to be able to do that, but man, this castle stuff's going crazy, so I don't think I'm actually going to buy a $350 castle, but if it goes on sale, though, if that thing goes on sale at some point, imagine Black Friday, they're like, yeah, let's just take $100 off or something, Dude, I'd be all over that. Man, if that thing goes on sale, you'd be crazy not to buy this on sale. I feel like nothing really goes on sale that often these days, but man, $350 castle set, wow. I mean, I don't think I'm actually going to buy it because I don't have the space, but that's a wow set. Just watching a review of that would be crazy. But also, I think it's the right choice. I hope my block theory made sense. Because that's what Lego is. Lego's, at the root of it, is a block company, and the blocks can stick together and not just slide off and whatever, But it's a building block. That's what it is at the end of the day. Legos are building blocks. And a castle is just kind of the go-to epic thing to build a building block, so it just makes so much sense. I wonder if it'll have a really tall tower, by the way. Speaking of building blocks, when it comes to building blocks, you like to build really tall towers, And, man. It could have a really tall tower. It could be the tallest castle ever. It could be the widest castle ever. It could have the most figures of any castle ever. It could have the most horses of any castle ever. Or the most animals, or molten animals, or I don't know, like freaking windows or something, it could break some records, man. $350 castle. This is a major Lego development. That's why I gotta make a video on this. This is a major Lego development. Wow, I'm at 42 minutes. Wow. What am I doing? This is a good use of life right here. I was gonna say, what am I doing with my life? This is the best thing I've done in my life in ages, man. I'm talking about the 90th anniversary castle set. Let's go. Is anybody else ready for this? I'm just surprised there's not more hype in the Lego community. I'm always seeing these comments that oh, Lego's greedy, corporate greed, capitalism, and I don't know, there's all this negativity. And there's some stuff that's worth complaining about, but at the end of the day, come on, man. Can we have some hype for Lego, though? And these Lego designers coming up with these epic Lego designs, it's can we show a little bit of love here for the hobby that people love, and brings them joy and excitement and some calmness as well, and something that just chillax, building with Lego. It's a chillaxing thing. Wow, man. Lego is crazy. Alright, I'm gonna bring this up again. Lego castle hype. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. random stuff all over the place. Just to give you a better sense of my layout here. But yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I got all these characters. I got my mocks going on. I'm good with the Lego, honestly. I've been trying to avoid the FOMO this year. You know, I don't want that fear of missing out to control my purchasing and whatnot, you know? So, maybe if I randomly get rich by the time that set comes out somehow, then yeah, okay, then I'll buy it. But if I don't get randomly rich for no good reason, then I'm probably not going to buy it, even though I really want the promo though. Like, if you're gonna buy it, you gotta get it with the promo. You know what I mean? Like, what are you dumb? You know, like. So it's one of those where it's like, I think I'm gonna miss out. But man, I'm just repeating the same thing over and over in this video. This is bad, but like, this is a hype set. Why are more people not hype? You know, I don't see enough hype in the Lego community. I feel like there's just a lot of people talking trash about Lego. It's like, what are you doing? You're just here to talk trash about Lego, a kid's toy that brings joy to people. That's what you're talking trash about, and all the things in the world. You know, like, you know, I'm surprised there's not more positive hype over this, you know, but all the people I seem to, oh, okay, I don't want to generalize here, but let's not generalize. There's plenty of hype out there, but, you know, like, where's the guy popping off, you know what I mean? I'm trying to find the guys that are like breaking their shelf or something over some set reveals or something, you know what I mean? Like, let's go. You know, they're like flipping tables, like, there's a new castle set. Yo! You know what I mean? They should be like blowing stuff up. Like, oh, okay, let's not blow stuff up, but like, you know, I feel like I'm not a hype guy. I'm really not a hype guy. I am not a hype man. I don't even speak in real life. I can't even talk, dude. I can't even talk, but I am excited for this. Oh my god, I'm excited. Just to see. I mean, I could just get building ideas and use them in my mocks. You know, I could pay homage to their set that pays homage to all their classic Lego classicness. You know what I mean? They can include so many references in the set. It's just the pure Lego goodness that this set would inevitably be, the 90th anniversary set. It's just, you can't even put a price on it, you know what I mean? Like, $350, man, they could have charged $1,000, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this is going to be a big time Lego set. But the question is it a steal at $350, or is it like you're paying because it's an anniversary set? Really, it's worth like $200, you know, like is it going to be comparable to Barracuda Bay? You know what I mean? Or is it going to be like very notably better than Barracuda's Bay? You know what I mean? Is it going to be crazy good? Because they can't make it too good, can they? Or do they not care and they're just going to make it the best set of all time? You know what I mean? Because, like, they already have issues with keeping stuff in stock, you know what I mean? And so does everybody, by the way, so I don't get why people like Lego is evil because they can't keep stuff in stock. Well, neither can anybody else, so, like, are they really evil for that? You know, like, what do you expect? Everyone's like that. You know, I mean, whatever. I don't want to rant on this. You know, I'm no expert in this, but, like, man, that's crazy. That is so crazy. That's so crazy. The Lego castle is going ham. $350. I'm just glad. Just wow. I mean, part of me though was like, what if they just produce this $350 castle set and then they never make another castle set for the next 20 years or something? You know what I mean? What if they make this and they're like, okay, now we don't have to do any more castle stuff for the rest of our lives or whatever? You know what I mean? That could happen. That could happen. Wow. But yeah, I think Castle's awesome. It shows like bravery and and like back in the day, people just lived off the land and sometimes they had to settle stuff on a jousting arena or whatever. But yeah, whatever. It was a different time, but you can also add all this fantasy stuff into it. Dragons, trolls, dwarves, wizards, and just have tons of fun with it. And it's a great Lego theme. At the end of the day, it's a great Lego theme. $350 though, that's crazy. Like, I wish it was like a $90 set for the 90th anniversary. That's what I wanted. It was a $90 set for the 90th anniversary, and it was Castle. Easiest buy of the entirety of my life. Like, such an easy buy. But $350 though. That's another category right there. Wow, $350. But with the promo, then the minifigures. I don't know about this minifigure theory rumor about that being related to all classic themes and stuff. Like, I'll believe it when I see it, I guess. But that could be big though. That could be big. Not gonna lie. And if there's a lot of classic awesome figures there, I might have to snag. I might have to snag some of those. But like, imagine they put the Black Falcon Knight King in that series, and then you can get both kings. You know what I mean? But like, where's the do that? Are they gonna have the queen? Are they gonna have the princess? Are they gonna have little kids and peasants and just like common people, farmers or whatever, like the jester, there's a lot of different figures that they could include. So I hope there's really good variety. I still want a medieval market village. They still haven't really given us that. Like, where's that at? Is that going to be part of the $350 castle? Is going to be like half of it is like a medieval market village, and the other half is like an actual castle? Like, what if it's just a whole freaking village for $350? That would be insane. And like the centerpiece of it is just an amazing freaking castle. Wow. The imagination is running. Man, this is crazy. Crazy Lego set. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm kind of ready to just yellow and just buy it anyway and just not care that I have no space. And just, part of me is just like, YOLO. My entire life has been to experience this moment, to build that set. And then I can die happy, you know what I mean? Like that. I feel like I'm going to have that feeling potentially. That it might have to go down like that, not going to lie. But we'll see. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this video up here, so I'll finish talking about it when I finish this mock. But yeah, just I mean, I still want to buy the Viking set. You know, maybe they ruined that with stickers or something, but doubt it. Also, 90th anniversary set probably will not have stickers because they didn't have stickers 90 years ago, right? Like, it's probably no stickers. So I'm very hype. I'm very hype. And also, if all the figures look totally classic and they're not overly printed, that's even better to me, honestly. Like, I prefer that. So this is a lot of hype here. So yeah, remember. I mean, I was gonna say remember if Pelegocan buy a $350 set, so can you, but hey, everyone cannot afford this, you know, $350. People cannot afford that. A lot of people can't afford that, so that really sucks. You know, that's why they should bring back a castle theme and have affordable sets. You know, where's the $50 set? Where's the $20 set? You know, where are those castle sets at? We need some of those. We need some of those Lego. They keep doing these giant sets that are like 150, 200, 300. It's like, come on, Lego, I need some affordable stuff. And I only have so much space, you know? So I really wish that they would have some smaller sets, you know, actually bring back the theme. Like, at this point, why didn't they just bring back the theme for a year, you know what I mean? Just have sets of all different prices. Why do they have to be like only if you're rich? Can you experience all this awesome nostalgia and stuff, you know? Man. But anyway, I gotta stop talking. I gotta stop. My throat's gonna hurt for like 3 weeks straight from this video because I'm just not used to speaking at all. But hype. Oh, hype. Man, the 3-in-1 castle. You know, oh, I got this old flag. Let's go, Lego Castle. I feel like I'm just trying to milk the heck out of this video and make it as long as possible. I'm not, like, I'm just really bad at speaking. You know, I'm trying to come up with good things to say, and I'm just like, bleh, saying the same thing over and over. So I kind of feel for those people. You know, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos, and people just say the same thing over and over. It's like, why don't you just make the video shorter? You know? But now I kind of understand. You know, people, they're too lazy to edit. I'm too lazy to edit. That's for sure. I'm too lazy to edit. You know? I mean, I could. I mean, I would like to get better at making videos and actually edit stuff, but for now, I am just getting the basics down here, and I'm not going to be editing this video. This is just 0 edits, no music. This is it. This is it. This is the video. Wow. $350 castle. I said wow, $350 castle like 29,000 times in this video. Somebody count how many times I did that and leave it down below. Don't actually do that. Actually, you should. It would be funny to me. You know, if that's a good enough reason, if it's not yet, yeah. Whatever you want. But boo.